Houdini world. I love you, Houdini world. Na 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 na. Love you, Houdini world.
What is good, Houdini world? That's right. It's right around the holidays, and this is around the time that I normally raise my prices. All right? Shh, don't tell anyone. Guys, there are some people that like to do it right before the holidays, but I feel like it leaves a bad taste in some people's mouths. So for that reason, I wait till after the new year, because new year, new everything. And what I want to share with you guys is the recipe that I use to share or to raise my prices. And, you know, I would say if you're going to raise your prices right off the bat, it's super duper important that you're at least 80% booked, all right? If you're 40% booked, 50% booked, I don't know how good that's gonna be for you, because what is gonna happen is you're gonna lose about 10% of your clientele. So if you're already at 40% booked, you're gonna come down to 30% booked. So be very, very careful, be very, very cautious, all right? Another thing I'd like to share with you guys also is that for the 10% that you're gonna lose, guys, the equalization, I don't know if that's the right word, or the amount of clientele that you lose in that 10% and you raising your prices is gonna balance out, okay? So it's very important that you guys understand that and just try not to be fearful. I think if you're really, you know, in the 80% range, 90% range booked, doing a raise of about $5 or $10 is not a problem whatsoever, okay? I personally like to raise my prices about $5 each year, okay? So I think that's pretty fair. It's not too much where it's gonna be, you know, overbearing on a person. But if you're 90% booked and you're really looking to free up some time, a $10 raise on all your services is gonna be pretty good. I think that's gonna be good in a sense where it's gonna get rid of some clientele. But guys, the clientele you're trying to keep, all right, and keep this in mind, the clientele you're trying to keep are the clientele that show up late, the ones who don't really tip well. They call those people the bottom feeders. You wanna get rid of the bottom feeders, okay? Because those are the ones that really are the pain in the butts. And you know, us as hair professionals, you want to be around people that you really do love and that really do value your work, all right? So, you know, if somebody's not gonna want to pay you an extra $5 for the service, it's not the clientele that you want, all right? I want to tell you, I like to have like a written message, because you can either text this or email it, or you could actually put it up on your mirror at your job, and just let them know, guys, you know, it's a new year. I want to let you guys know that you know, starting next year, there's going to be a $5 increase on your services. And for the most part, most people will be pretty open to it, especially my clientele. They've been very embracing and say, you know what, good for you. You want to make a little bit more money, you know, that's great. Now, here's the thing. When I do these changes or I do these increases, it's very important that or should I say, I add in something, okay? Because I want to create more value in the extra money that I'm raising them for. So for example, what did I do last year? I jumped up an extra $5, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys an extra, let's say for instance, if I was booking a 30-minute haircut, I says, you know what? There is gonna be a $5 raise, but there's gonna be this added to it, which was 10 minutes extra to their service. And the people that like to be, you know, that like me to take my time and really do value good quality work, they were like, okay, that sounds good. I'm gonna get more time and I don't have to feel so much like I'm being rushed out. So I think that's very important as well. And what can I say, really? For the most part, I think that, you know, you should do very well, and you guys always should raise your prices each year. You should get your clientele into getting used to raising their prices each and every year. And what can I say? I can leave, I'm gonna leave my message. I'm gonna leave what I normally write in my emails and how I go about letting them know and giving them some heads up. I think it's fair enough to let them know maybe a month in advance, right about now, and say, let them know that, so it's not a big surprise. And for the people that wanna, that are looking for the better bargain, by all means, those are not gonna be the clients that you want, that you want to grow with you. You want the clientele that cares about your quality of work and is not gonna have any problems with paying you more. All right. I hope this has been a good tip for you guys, and hopefully you implement this into your own clientele. And it's really a recipe that I've used and has really helped me elevate myself as a barber stylist. I'll be sure to leave the actual memo that I leave for my clientele for you guys to use as your template, and from there you can create your own. Be sure to value your work, okay? I think that's very, very important. I know it's scary to raise your prices, but it is necessary, guys, all right? Things go up, and you're entitled to a raise, okay? You're entitled to a raise, but be very, very cautious and make sure that if you're entitled to a raise, that you're producing good quality work. All right. If your skills are mediocre, or you're producing, not above average skills, then you know what? Somebody can say, maybe I can just go over to such and such and still get the same service for a lesser rate. So make sure that you really, really zero in on your clientele and give them the best services that you can offer. Attention to detail, all right, compassion, being on time. I think those are going to be very, very important, okay? You have to respect their time, and ultimately, if your clients do care about you, they do value you, they will stick with you. I'm Harry Houdini. I hope this was helpful. Happy holidays, folks. Houdini style.